Hi, have you ever wondered what it takes to develop an enterprise class application from scratch? If yes, then this course is for you. My name is Rasmus Sood and I'm a senior software engineer with VisionNet Systems here in New Jersey, United States of America. Here's my LinkedIn profile. I have over 7+ years of experience in Microsoft technologies, and recently, like a year ago, I get attracted to JavaScript technologies and the concepts of single page architecture. So, as far as my experience goes, I started my career with Microsoft technologies, spent good amount of years in it, and then moved towards mix between Microsoft technologies and some other frameworks and technologies to develop an enterprise level application. Actually applications. So my most recent interest is single page application, its concept, the technologies, and different kind of frameworks that are in market. I keep on trying on that. I keep on building upon that. I keep on learning from different video tutorials, different courses, online, offline, and try to implement the stuff I learned into one big enterprise application that I've been developing for more than a year now. Other than that, yeah, I love deliver. I love to deliver. So I'm an active speaker on Microsoft technologies on in different platforms, and I am Microsoft certified solution developer. I have various Microsoft certifications as you can see on this screen. Um, and Other than that, yep, that's it. I love to code. So let's jump into my blog, the blog that I've set up in order to in order to keep along with this series. So what is it? End-to-end single page application development series. So this entire series will consist of number of screencasts and illustrations and blog posts with the code in the blog as well, and a separate code that will be uploaded with this with each blog, and we will keep on doing it, and we will actually start from scratch, and our end result will be an enterprise class application, but with the following goals: scalable, maintainable, testable, cross-platform accessibility, extendable, responsive, elegant. It is using like a good architecture. It is like overall approach of developing is like loosely coupled. The business rules are well implemented, and lots of other features. So throughout these years that I've been developing in Microsoft technologies and various other technologies, I've always been passionate about architecture. I always wanted a cleaner code. I always wanted to use the best practices of doing certain things. And to fulfill these goals, I've been looking into many, different video trainings and different researches. I'm an active user of Stack Overflow, discussing code snippet with people, discussing approaches with people, and try to implement everything that I learned into some enterprise class applications that I've always been that has always been a continuous process for me. So if I talk about this particular series, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to develop an enterprise class application with the following features. Now, if you think of any enterprise class application, you want to have these application level goals as well. Apart from these architectural goals, you want these application level goals as well. Of course, when you are talking about an enterprise application, there has to be some authentication and authorization mechanism in place. There will be some kind of navigation because we are talking web application right now. Of course, there will be some cross-cutting concerns like logging and security. Validation is like an integral part whenever you're taking an input from a user. Nowadays, more and more, you are talking about application that that are supported on mobile devices. So you want to, support an offline data storage as well. Data grid, a very, very integral part of any enterprise application. So you want all these things. Who doesn't when you're talking about an enterprise application? But um, what I'm going to present in this series is my experience learning architecture and trying to do things with very, very best practices. And what I would like in the end is that using this blog series and using this series of illustration and screencasts, any person, any developer who is looking at this screencast should be able to implement same concept in whatever enterprise class application he or she is developing. So what are we actually we are going to set standards for doing various things. So the technologies that I plan to use is SQL Server for database, and later we will convert it into Mongo. It will be an entire application. So I will demonstrate that, I mean, a big change like a change of a database will not, will affect our will affect our system. It will be an easy change to do. And for an ORM, I'll be using Entity Framework, and we'll be using patterns like unit of work pattern and inversion of control, and we will be using repository pattern as well. So if you don't know repository pattern, unit of work pattern, or the concept of inversion of control, this concept will be covered in this series. So here's like a diagram what actually it is. We will have a database. A database will be abstracted using ORM. The ORM will be accessed using repository pattern. Repository pattern, we will wrap the repository pattern using unit of work pattern, and we call the unit of work in our services, because this is going to be a service oriented architecture. And when we will have our business logic and everything in services, we will expose those services to the outer world using web API. So that will be just the server side of it. For the client side, I plan to use I plan to develop a single page application that will be and that will be using AngularJS as its JavaScript technology, of course JQuery and Bootstrap. And for the UI, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because we want our end application to look elegant, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for some um, suitable template, HTML and CSS template. For example, if I go to wrap Bootstrap, I can see there are so many themes and templates. I will select the one that is more suited to me. Like for example, I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. Let's say for example this one, and then we will move on from there and modify it and do things in it. So later at the end, we will try to package our application into a PhoneGap application and deploy it for Android and iOS users as a native app. So if you know what is PhoneGap, it will also be covered. But here's my target audience. I think that the target audience for this series is people who already understands Angular, or have just a basic idea of what Angular is. They are familiar with JavaScript. They have been writing JavaScripts, and of course they are familiar with concepts of web API and REST, at least the very basic level of it. Rest of the stuff I'm pretty sure that will be covered. And let's don't waste any more time, and let's begin.